All right, everyone, let's quiet down. I'll tell you. All right, welcome to the August meeting, Pembroke Football Society. Okay, got it. All righty, we'll call the meeting at 10:05. And we have a guest with us today, Mr. Dave Miles. He's coming with a project that he would like to get some advice on. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, if you wouldn't mind?
All right. Well, I live in Deep Creek, Chesapeake, so this wasn't a bad drive. No, at all. And this is, I found on your site, something very close to this. It's the Wisconsin Bay sloop. There was a nice little article about it. I saw your model out here. I think my great grandfather Miles made this model. He's my father's side, all from Cape Cod, pretty much native New Englanders, and August Bay's a bit north of Portland. Used to go to York Beach, Maine, and Portsmouth every summer last week, July 1st. So this is a family piece. The rigging lanyards are broken in places. Bowsprit. I don't remember all my hitch knots from Boy Scouts, so I'm looking for a little help in re-rigging so that I can restore it to its past glory. Thank you.
All right, very good. Any other guests? Looks like everyone is familiar here.
I'm one of the two people that built the Wisconsin Bay boat, but I built it from a kit. And I can't claim to be an expert. All the kit instructions were very basic.
You know you're not.
Not very well. I have a book.
Yeah, okay, go to. Yeah, I got a phone.
This book's for sale on the website. I think some of them are about.
Okay.
Yeah, that's $100. You wouldn't be able to get to that, but we can find out what they are, let you know, and guests are welcome to purchase. Members aren't. Everyone's got their version of that already.
Sure. Fantastic. All right. I appreciate it.
All right, very good. Brief note about membership certs. Anybody need their membership certificate or redo? I've said it a couple times in the past. You gotta contact me.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. Obviously, you're aware of the big freebie giveaway over here on the table. During the break or after or whatever, grab what you can and stuff the box with cash. That's order of the day. Any corrections to that log? To the minutes. To the minutes?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, we'll change that to the minutes. I have one suggestion, John. Update the officers. I think John Bob is still. You're right. Oh, all right, very good. And in the meeting minutes, no updates, no corrections. All righty, moving right along. How about the bank account?
Okay, treasurer's report, purchase report, I guess. We started the month out with $4,448.63. Collected $24 in dues, and also $52 from the Ship Model Society of New Jersey for their portion of the Zoom payment. Total receipts in the month were $76. No disbursements, leaving a balance of $4,524.63. And we've got 42 regular members, 6 associate members, and 1 honorary member. And we had 3 members that were dropped from the roster for non-payment of dues.
Serves them right.
Yeah, well, letters went out, you know.
All right.
Who were they? Was one guy out of, Montgomery, out of, Wisconsin, I believe.
No local
The
guys.
the two young guys.
Yeah,
The one in the one that's in the Navy, the one that's in the Army.
Oh,
Rob
Heineke.
Heineke. Rob Heineke and Woods.
Yeah, the other. Right. They haven't attended in well over a year.
Lou Tompkins out of state and came with us because he donated a model to the museum.
Right, right. He started attending meetings and then it stopped.
All right, very good. Great. You're up.
Okay. I renewed the the Zoom bill came, so I haven't paid it yet, but I will be. I don't know, we have members from Philadelphia or New Jersey online?
Yeah, Tom's here.
Okay. There's been some trouble with like second party authentication, or with what do they call it? Two-factor authentication. It wasn't there at the beginning. I don't know if it's too much of an issue for you guys and it's become more of a burden than it's worth, or if you want to continue the way it is. Things been going all right?
Everything's been going all right so far.
Because I know you can only have one setup, so I mean, occasionally I get a text message saying that I have to authenticate something. If I'm not there to receive my text message, then that would be an issue.
I could tell you that this time, for the first time when I logged into this meeting, I had to put the passcode in.
Okay.
Same here.
Okay. Well, we got in, so I guess that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll hit you up for your portion, I guess. Ryland will. I also renewed a license for one of the add-ins for the website that I let lapse. It continues to work if you don't pay for it, you just don't get updates. And after a few years, it stops working correctly. So I paid them another $14. I hope that's okay. If not, I'll make that my donation because it did fix some issues. And I've started some semi-regular posts on our new Instagram site. And each time I do that, I post something on our Facebook group page pointing to it. And I'm hoping that this, when you link from one site to another, it increases search engine hits. So people will be more likely to find us. We already have a number of followers on that.
Very good. Thanks. Old business. All right. then I
This
will-
is picnic old business?
Yeah. You want to update the
Okay,
picnic?
just a reminder, the picnic is next month. It's, September the 9th at, 11 a.m. and we'll be at shelter 10. And I've got sign-up sheets right here there's two different sign-up sheets. One is if you're coming, please put, put your name, and if you've got a guest coming with you, like a spouse or significant other, just put one. If not, if it's just yourself, just put a 0. This will give us a way to get a count for the food and drinks and so forth. And then here's another sheet that's set up to for you to put in items that you would like a dish to bring and things that we need like potato chips, tomatoes, onions, and deviled eggs, baked beans, coleslaw, things like that. So if y'all could fill out that, I'd appreciate it. And this, just get it back to me, and I'll get this started right now.
Shelter's in the same place as last year?
Yes, it's a big shelter. It's the only shelter in the parking lot. We really hope it'll be a nice day, but we'll see how things turn out.
Yeah. Get started. All right. Alrighty. While you're talking, Ryland, you want to update about the Appleton Models Workshop? You sent email out about that.
Yes, there's an ad tree model workshop coming up in October. It's be put on by David Anthraschel and Greg Herbert. It'll be in Annapolis. Registration is closed. There's a waiting list for it right now. It is on carving. I know that David and Greg have gotten Chuck to do some laser work for the templates for the carving to be done, but it'll be a lot of relief carving. There's some homework that will be sent out to the participants. I know that I'm registered. Haynes and Henry are registered. And I think that's all from the Richmond area that's coming, but usually around 18 participants. And it's a 2-day seminar on carving. And then that's on Wednesday and Thursday. And then on Friday, there will be a tour of the Rogers collection. I think the new miniature ships that we saw in the past, I think they are now on display. So we'll get a behind the scenes tour of that. And it's a good, you ever get an opportunity to go to one of their workshops, it's really a good experience. You meet fellow modelers from all over the United States. We even have one guy coming from Trinidad, and that's Kevin Kinney, which I think some of y'all have seen his work on Model Ship World. But it's a good workshop. But David's getting up there in age, so I don't know how many more there will be. But he is a master, especially when it comes to carving. So he's going to try to teach everybody how to do carvings of figureheads and scroll work, things like that.
So you say that there is a wait list being created? So there's a
Yes.
chance. Okay, I'll pass this email around. Those that want to look more in. Maybe you can get yourself on the wait list, what have you. If you're,
So Rylan, you're gonna take lots of notes and do a talk here, right?
I'll be able to
Teach
do a
us how
talk,
to do a
yes.
figurehead carving.
Yeah.
I need that lesson.
I mean, if you've seen some of David's work, I mean, I know he did a Pegasus figurehead in
I've seen the
1/48
model.
scale, yeah. And he did one for a guy by the name of Ben Trebusson. And he was building a Swan class ship in Pegasus. And it is a beautiful, beautiful carving.
do you have anything to say about the October auction? Or that be new or old?
Business.
What's all this?
Okay, well then, bring it on.
All right. Okay, as you know, today is Big Freebie Saturday. So I brought in a lot of odds and ends, things that will make good lots. I don't think for the auction, and I don't want to take the time up in the auction to sell a bunch of little things. So they're over on the table over there. Please go through it, take what you want. And if you feel inclined, there's a donation box, but that's not required. Well, maybe we use the donations for the thing. And so take everything that you need. For the auction, I've asked you guys to let me know at least before the next newsletter, September newsletter, what it is that's a large, what I call a large ticket item for sale. Kit, a big tool, like a small table saw or something like that. And or a decent supply of any one thing that we can auction off as one lot. The auction's gonna be in here. There's a lot of stuff that we're gonna have to bring in. There's a lot of stuff we're gonna bring out. Some of the stuff may stay in the car, we just might have a photograph of it. But if you've got something like that that you want to auction, send me an email with a brief description, preferably a photograph, so that I can get it in the next newsletter. And that would be, I would like to request that that's all we bring to the auction is the things that we preview. Because in past auctions, we've had a lot of walk-in stuff and the auction time doubled. I don't think we want to be in here in this room all day. So trying to limit it that way to that number of items. And that still might be a fair number of auction pieces, I don't know. But it's, so be prepared, bring your money for the October auction, so we can swell the heck out of our treasury. And, that's really all I have to say.
When do we get in here?
Any
chance of getting in the night before?
We, if we talk to the guards, they'll probably accommodate us. We can be in here, they're here early in the morning, we could be here 7 in the morning here, not, I say 7 in the morning here, and the guards will let us in. So. Good, right?
Do they know we're bringing a bunch of stuff in and taking it back out?
I mentioned something to one of the guards, but I'll make sure they don't drag a bunch of stuff in and out. Typically, they just turn a blind eye to everything we carry in and carry out.
Well, but this will be a big step up, I think.
Yeah.
What we want.
And I'll tell you, though, we do have the 9-inch bandsaw. Won't be bringing that in. That'll be in the car.
I've got a sizable lot of wood, woods that we got from a guy in Richmond. Plus I have a cart, which I have one now. I don't want to haul all that in and out.
I wouldn't recommend you bring it into here. We'll just have a picture.
Yeah.
Okay. And then whoever the auction winner is for some of these things can make arrangements with individuals. If something.
Sell it out of the hatchback of my car.
Too difficult to transport, make arrangements.
Yeah, that'll look odd.
You and the guy selling the fruit in the fruit stand on the side of the road.
What day do you think?
It's the October meeting. They got a copy of the newsletter. What day that is, a 10th or something, I don't know.
It's 14th.
14th. Anything else? Only for the auction.
Okay, while you're standing, is the Japanese continued just discussion, or is it
Let's
something?
just keep it mostly bridge for right now.
Okay, that's fine. All righty, any other old business? Greg?
Yeah, some minor stuff. I'll go through it quick. In a past meeting, purchase of Microsoft Office for the club laptop was approved, but that never happened. As you all know, when I was skipper, I ran under the moniker of Manana Man. My superpower was procrastination. And once again, my power of procrastination is paid off because I now can get that Office suite for $40 instead of $100 through a program at work. So I saved about $60 by putting things off. Yes.
Put it off longer.
Yeah.
Your shirt with a big P on it.
I want to ask Gene if we want to renew our effort on the memorial plaque or just let it lie. That died. Quiet
It
death.
hasn't died, it's gone dormant.
Yeah.
It's in the bottom of my file here. And if you want to bring that back up, I will revisit that.
Okay. I'll work with you on it.
Yeah, okay, good.
And one from the auction almost a year ago, there's one book that John Cork was waiting on. I don't know. Do you still have it, John? Yours? The History of Yachting on the Bay.
I have to look.
There was some confusion on the bidding, and you should have it.
I thought it went to someone.
Okay.
I'll look.
All right. That's it.
All right, new business. Yes.
We haven't had a group picture in a long time, if ever. If everyone next month will wear your shirts, I think a group photograph will be in order either around the model stand or the newly refurbished bronze doors, whatever you decide on. We've got a month to think about where. But just to get a good group picture.
Picnic in October, you
Well,
mean?
I get a lot of pictures at the picnic. I'd rather have one associated with
Yeah,
the
well,
museum
next month is.
also.
Next month is
Next.
picnic.
Yes, I'll-
Well,
Okay, you're right, I'm sorry.
won't be here.
And we'll look at, October's auction, okay.
The auction meeting usually runs pretty long, and adding that make it run longer, but on the plus side, it's the day we have the best turnout because people want to show up
Right.
and get their stuff, so.
All right.
Will they have bigger smiles before or after the auction?
It could be a bunch do it before they pay. After they bid, but before they pay.
We'll think about October then. The only other thing I have, I'm not good at well, anything past 1840 or so. I've been beginning to lose interest. I'm doing a bulk cargo carrier right now because I was forced into it because of John Cheever mostly. I talked him into doing the railing, which involves solder, which the only thing I solder usually is my fingernails and stuff like that.
It's not all solder.
And he did a great job. All the guard railing around the stern had been ripped up. But the other thing is we have a patron who wants a PT boat, an Elko 80-foot earlier PT boat, and he does not want a 109. I'm fishing around to try to find one. He has plenty of sources to pay for it. Best I can do at this point is about 16 weeks or so from SD Model. They've got a wonderful reputation. Really good stuff. If anybody has other recommendations or sources, please email me and let me know. This is going to be a significant amount of money for the ship itself. And it'll be, nobody's taking any fees on it, but he'll also make a contribution to the museum, and that will also be significant. So let me know if you have any ideas on that.
Yes, go ahead.
I was wondering if we've ever had any interest or want to have any interest in having our own model show. Just initially on Battleship, Wisconsin, even maybe doing it here first. I think we need at least 10 people to show up. We could have it out in the foyer here. Talk to Wisconsin about doing something, start small, not big club event, but any interested in doing that?
Yeah, this is a gopher that rears its head every once in a while. Kind of.
That was
Way
my
quiet.
primary goal when I became skipper, but COVID
Yeah.
came along with that. And also there was interest was pretty lukewarm. But yes, there's definitely some interest.
I would bring my beginner models. Anybody else? Stay after a meeting in, I don't know, February.
All right. Yeah, no, we can certainly kick it around. I mean, we had our big event here some years ago. I don't think we're looking at anything here at that scale, but certainly smaller venues.
I could tell you that last week we did it on the Battleship New Jersey. We did an exhibit in Battleship New Jersey. Ryland was there with Pam. And it was in the wardroom. Prior years it was on the fan, but this year it was in the wardroom and it went very, very well. So, plus in the wardroom, it's air conditioned.
Well, yeah, that's the big plus. All right, yeah, we'll.
I was thinking of a smaller scale than New Jersey.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
absolutely.
one small room on the you said Wisconsin.
Well, yeah, Wisconsin's the same ship. We can start here.
Well, do you have any interest in going down that rabbit hole?
I would bring my models for sure. And like,
Granted.
but one person with beginner models isn't.
Well, yeah, he may have been asking if you were volunteering to contact.
But would we rather start here at this museum? Wisconsin's only half hour, 45 minutes away. New Jersey,
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, I don't know about the Mariners as really being I mean, there's a lot of infrastructure involved in organizing an event here, as witnessed by what we went through, what was it, 7 years ago, 6 years ago?
For the 50th anniversary.
Yeah,
But prior to that, we had, every 5 years, we had an international ship model competition. And I think the last one was 2000, 23 years ago. And it's a bear trying to put it together. Heinz Schiller will tell you the whole story, I'm sure.
well, to answer your question, yes, there is interest.
I'll call with Wisconsin's
Yeah, I mean, if you would like to kind of spearhead initial contact with some people, that would be appreciative. Greg?
It occurs to me, we're gonna bring in tons of stuff for an auction and take it back out again. I don't see the big difference between us bringing in a bunch of models and taking it back out again. We could turn in, one of our monthly meetings, stay late and just keep it open as an exhibit right in this room. They don't have to do anything on, we're here to monitor things.
It certainly would not hurt to approach the subject. Just see how, what the reaction would be.
Where or the hallway, that big open room on the way to the models. Get more traffic.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of traffic here with the monitor thing. We have a sign there saying,
Model
"Push
show.
it," or whatever.
Model exhibit.
I just thought that, like you said, there's often a lot of red tape. We did.
I didn't know that.
We just treated it like an extension of our meeting. It might grease the skids a little bit.
Well, all it would take is just cornering Howard on a good day.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. If you want to talk to, if you want to talk to Wisconsin,
This museum?
yeah, then
Check out this museum.
we'll kind of start the ball rolling and see where this takes us. All right, good. Any other new business? Yes, Tim.
John tells me we really could use a new redraw shop. One of the schools we're right on.
Are they model shop?
Need a new one.
Right.
What did you say we need?
A three-jaw
Redraw shop.
The one that's there is one that's mounted on a paper armor. It's got some significant run out. And it's not turbine chuck. If you put the chuck, it's intended for the lathe on there, which get rid of most of that run out area.
So this was an aftermarket thing that was kind of,
Well, there was no chuck when we got the lathe.
oh, okay.
So I put what I had that would work. Fortunately, it's just got too much run out.
Yeah.
I'd like to put the right chuck on the lathe.
Well, this, I mean, that can't be a big item. But that can't be a very expensive item. 100.
150.
Well, do we want to entertain that for the group? Sure. All right.
I'll make a motion. Consider.
All right. You want to look into that, or you just want to go ahead and do it if you think it's
I'll look and see how.
all right.
I don't think they're more than $150.
Yeah.
You know, the shear line, I think you get them at the shear line site and Amazon carries a couple.
All right. I guess all in favor. Approve.
Sure.
All right. Make it so. All righty. Greg, there was one other thing. I guess this is kind of new business. You forwarded me an email about the discount from Asia's sale. Do you want to talk about that at all, or?
Yeah, it's one of several things I had on my list. We just received an email from somebody saying that through the NRG, everyone in the club was eligible to receive a 10% discount. We're using the code NRG10, and you get free shipping for anything over $150. And I forwarded that to everyone, so I really don't have any more information.
All right.
Yeah, Ages of Sale, for those that don't know, is it's like a model expo out in California. It's a company that sells really most European ships and American manufacturers. So they have a wide selection of kits and supplies too. I think they carry a whole lot of Mahdi fittings, tools, and things like that.
Yeah, I went through their
Quite
site
extensive.
yesterday, and there's a lot to look at.
If you're anyone that's interested in building Constitution, they've got a couple builds on there that are really good. Got a lot of good stuff, a lot of good photographs.
All righty. One newer item, Don. You want to talk about your desire to get some speakers?
Okay. Beltsville has a model boat builders guild. The gentleman that runs it, he's truly a master builder, and he won't say that, but he's pulling his hair out, trying to get subjects and speakers. Some of these guys are intimidated when they open a beginner's kit box. So he's kind of running out of ideas, and sent out emails to the group. The only thing you get back are crickets. Nothing. So he's trying to do this now. Thursday they had John England, who's building dead ride skiffs over there, gave a really great talk on how he constructs dead ride skiff. And one guy said, well, it's the same way I built the model. And the light bulb came on. But anybody that has something they'd like to present, appreciate it.
What are your meeting days and times?
They're Thursdays at 10 a.m. to noon. Got everybody there retired.
Okay,
How many Thursdays?
I'm sorry.
How many Thursdays?
Oh, I think it's second Thursday of the month. But, yeah, he's a little discouraged right now because there's only, we've got between 6 and about 15 people that show up regularly. Guy's name is John Earl, and he's got a site called Model Boat Yard. He's got some really fantastic stuff on there he does. But he's trying to get this going. One of the future things they want to do is they actually want a model boat show there in Deltaville. They've got a huge facility, got a covered pavilion and a large room. So they're looking at the possibility of that. Club members have done some other things for the museum. Local kids come in and they build a little sailboat. Sails a project. They're trying to do that, so if anybody would, you guys can contact me. If there's anything you want to present, shoot it by me and I'll shoot it by John. There's a whole lot of things that but I also told him we rerun some stuff. He actually brought in a bunch of tools to review to people. Actually went over pretty well. So I said, do the tool thing again. Other things. It's just that these guys are scared.
Does it have to be in person or could it be virtual?
Well, I don't see why we couldn't do virtual. I don't know what the Wi-Fi capability is in that pavilion building. If you're out in the boondocks. Not as bad as Matthews, but it's just something, he wants to try to do to get more interest, to get people into the hobby. He wants younger folks, but I go, well, John, when the kids are in school, that's not going to work.
Does the museum have AV setup? Means and
Yeah, they've got that, but as far as Wi-Fi capability, I don't know, because I was wondering if I could even take some of the presentations we've done here, download it, and then play it that way.
I spent a lot of time in Deltaville restoring models after the fire, and I have a pretty good history of that. And it's just on a thumb drive, so, okay, I'll get in touch with you.
All right, fantastic. Where's Deltaville?
It's at the end of nowhere.
It's the end of nowhere on the bay.
Take a right.
You take a right, you don't drive through the water, and you're there,
And if you want to go anywhere else, you gotta come back,
That's right.
unless you're on the road.
Follow the beer truck. Yeah. Follow the beer truck, yeah, you'll get there.
All right, well,
Thank you.
hopefully you'll get some feedback from it. One other question, how did the BGM work out?
I'm gonna be picking that up in the next couple of weeks. I had to,
Oh, so you haven't picked it up yet, okay.
revise the art museum gift form. Because you guys are taking stuff from people with this. So if I go to Delta and I say, can I see your intake form for gifts, artifacts? There's perfect. So I said, I'm gonna put our letterhead on yours. These are fine.
All right, good, but you're still with that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All righty, any other new business? Craig?
Back in 2015, we took part in the Portsmouth Builder Fest. Lee Martin, Ron Lewis, Marty Gromowski, and myself took part in it. It's a kid-centered thing. That particular year, it seemed to be mostly younger kids, but it's not supposed to be limited to that. Kids of all ages. And it's making anything. It's an association museum, I think 5 of them. One of them is the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard Museum, or a title close to that. Children's museums and others, art museums. So it'll include things like, you know, painting and sculpting. And like I said, making anything. They've written to us and asked if we would participate again this year. And I told them there's a good chance that we get the critical mass. I'm willing to do it. It's September 23rd, between 11 and 3. I think the Portsmouth Museum, the Naval Museum was under renovation in 2015 when we last did it. But it's must be reopened now because they're saying that's where we would be. I've never been, so forward to see.
Where is it?
In Portsmouth at the Portsmouth Naval Museum or whatever the title similar to that.
No, the shipyard. It's the shipyard.
No, you know.
It's in the end of High Street, right on
High
the water.
Street.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And kind of piggybacking on what Greg said, last year we had gone an opportunity for another show to Oxford, and that was in November. And I'm anticipating that they will be doing it again around November. And we'll set up an invitation to it. I don't have a date yet. I looked on their site, they did not post it as it would be sometime around November up at Oxford.
Typically, that's Veterans Day weekend, I think.
Yeah, it's tied in with their fall festival.
Yeah.
And that was a well-attended show.
It's a longer haul, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of good
Great
moments
place.
there.
Beautiful little town.
So kind of keep November-ish in the back of your mind, opportunity, all your duties up there.
So this thing is not exactly an exhibit, but you could, it's in that genre anyway. So anyway, please, is there anyone, I want to reply to these people, so is there anyone that would be interested in showing up with a model and talking to kids about building models?
Sure.
September 23rd. We
What
got
day,
2.
what day of the week is that?
Pardon?
What day of the week is that?
Must be a Saturday.
Yes, it is. 2 weeks after the picnic.
Okay, just 2 for now. I'm not sure what critical mass is. I was hoping for more. We'll twist arms and maybe someone who's not here at this meeting will respond email.
If I can get out of that.
Take her to a really nice dinner. I can recommend, what was the name of it? Still? Top Still.
Yeah. Okay, any other business at all?
A little piece right here.
All right, go ahead.
In the process of putting all this stuff together for the big freebie event, came across an item that I felt like, instead of giving it out as a freebie, more fitting that it belonged to be given to the skipper. Because as you know, the skipper's the one always looking out into the future. There's too much coming, how to avoid the shoals and the rust spots. So, you know, this is something that you need in your arsenal.
My arsenal.
In your arsenal.
Ah, yes, indeed. Oh, yeah.
Works great.
Okay. Wow, thank you.
You track this crap.
If you don't have a gavel, maybe that's what should be presented along the way.
Yeah, we have a mallet somewhere. somewhere.
Oh, it was gonna be-
Probably use it.
All righty, well, with that, we will close the, anything online? Mort, Tom, you have anything to share, meeting wise, or? Okay, you guys are muted.
Yeah, just one thing. Actually two things. First thing is, I'm in charge of chapter clubs at the Nautical Research Guild. And I just wanted to remind you folks that we produce a secretary newsletter. And if any of the chapter clubs have anything that they want, announcements, helpful hints, whatever, as a chapter club, send that information to me and I will get it into the secretary newsletter. Okay, and that goes out to all the Nautical Research Guild members. So again, just get in touch with me. I will make sure it gets into the secretary newsletter. The second thing I wanted to ask, and I guess Greg and I could take this offline, was about the discount, the NRG discount code. We're a chapter club as well, Swiss Ship Model Society in New Jersey, and I didn't get any correspondence like that. I'm wondering if Bill or any of our other administration possibly got it, but I will check on that.
I'm sure he'd be happy to extend it to you because it means more sales.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that. So anyway, so if you guys got anything you want to put in the secretary newsletter, let me know.
Tom, it's interesting because I think although it came to me, it was actually addressed to Tom.
Aha. How about that?
I can tell you how that happened. If you go to the NRG website, because I went there last night to try to figure out what went wrong, under clubs, not chapter clubs, but just regular clubs, ship modeling clubs, it listed Hampton Roads Ship Model Society, and it listed Tom Saunders as a contact person. Now that's different from the chapter clubs.
Yeah, that's another thing I want. I don't want to take this meeting's time, but yeah, whoever's in charge of your interface with Nautical Research Guild, if we keep that stuff up to date, it always works best. So, okay, and I could get that done.
All right, thank you, Tom.
Okay.
Mort, did you have something?
No, I'm good. Thank you very much.
All righty, Mr. Lorenzo, how about you? Have anything you need, you wanted to bring up or talk about?
No,
Fine.
Dean,
All right. Very good. All right, I see John just piped in. How you doing? You got anything that you need to talk about?
Doesn't have a mic.
Doesn't have a mic. All right, very good. Yeah, Greg, go ahead.
One last bit. A man named Warren Leister wrote simply to introduce himself as the chief historian of the Model Train Museum of Hampton Roads. It's not an actual museum, it's a group attempting to build a museum that is going to be in part a model engineering institute. Pretty much verbatim from his email. The scope will include watercraft as well as aircraft and railroads, along with STEM/STEAM children's education and history. They've looked at locations at Fort Monroe, possibly somewhere else outside. It will cover a great deal of history in Hampton Roads, not just railroads. So the implication is that he just wrote to introduce himself. The implication is he might contact us later regarding something nautical within this museum. Because at the very least, their railroad layouts will involve some watercrafts, operations or something. Didn't ask for anything, he just wrote to say who he was.
Alrighty. That finishes the meeting side. Go ahead.
One
Got
thing.
one more thing?
Yeah, for those who work in the shop at least, you may not have known it, but Beth Heaton is out. She had an operation on the back. The fusion operation. She'll be out. You got a chance, send her an email.
All right, want to stop